Gabriela Morales. I'm from Rosario Traducciones y Servicios. We are a translation company based in Rosario, Argentina. I'm the owner, I'm the founder, I'm the director, I work in business development, and even though my people don't allow me to do it, I do project management also whenever I can, and if possible also I try to translate, which is I'm not supposed to do that because that's why I have a company and I should be running it, and I try to do it every day. I make it my objective to do it, but my goal is to run the company, not to translate, but it's hard. I'm a translator, and more than 20 years ago, I don't want to do the math. I always say that I was in kindergarten, actually, not after the translation, after getting my degree in translation. So many years ago, I met a tall Brazilian guy at a terminology conference out of everywhere. And he asked me if I know or if I was available to make some translations from English into Spanish. And he was going around a conference, terminology conference. It was the first time I actually saw a laptop computer. And this guy was Renato Beninato, and the rest is history. I started working with him, and then a year later we opened a translation company, an actual translation company in Rosario. And since then it's been growing and learning and traveling and meeting people and learning new things and keeping current with translation trends and growing and still growing. Nowadays, Spanish for Latin America, it's a thing, but at the same time, since everything is moving online, my recommendation would be to be as general as possible when dealing with technical text, with dealing with general material, and going very specific for each locale, for each country, when you're doing with marketing or with a very specific message. In that case, I would go with transcreation, which is the term nowadays. I mean, it's a new term that we are using to make it sound even more specific, even more targeted. But then there's a whole audience that can understand everything that is said in Spanish, especially when dealing with technical translation, with dealing with corporate translations. Then you can use a more general approach. It all comes back to your budget. So if you only have one budget, then you have one Spanish budget. And so, but if you want to go very specific, if you go into to market your products, and then you should go with different variants for each country. That would be, in a nutshell, my recommendation. I love my company. I love my translation company. We went through different stages. When we started, we were a Brazilian, Argentinian translation company. It was Lasowski, Beninato y Asociados. Then we were acquired, merged, I don't know exactly what was that. And we were Language Management International. We had offices in Europe, in Amsterdam, in Singapore, out of all places, and in the United States. And then we were acquired by Berlitz. So at some point we were the biggest translation company, Berlitz Global Net. And then we were restructured out from Berlitz. And that was 20 years ago. And it was a very intense learning process. And from that, I think we were able to create what we have now, that is Rosario Traducciones y Servicios. We turned 20 years last year. And I'm really proud of the team that is working with me. I have project managers working with me for more than 18 years. And we are a really solid, but at the same time, a very, I don't know, fun group to work with. And that's my biggest accomplishment. We are very proud of our track record. That would be. I joined GALA. I think I know for sure that we were the first Latin American company to join GALA. We were at the first official GALA meeting. It was in Brussels. I think it was 2002, early 2003. You have the founding members, the 10 original founding members, and then there was the first meeting where they invited other companies, and we were 35 companies. There was a meeting in Brussels. I was invited by René Stavesky, one of the founding members, and I have the best memories of that time. I remember we were 35 companies. We introduced ourselves and we said all the same. We are small. We are a single language company. We are based in X country, and we offer these services. We were offering the same. We had the same objectives, the same mediums. It was really fun. The GALA annual meeting with all the networking for me is the best part. The opportunity of sharing and discussing ideas, issues. We all have the same issues. We are from different countries. I remember once there was a company from Greece, another company from South Africa, and we had the same issues. I mean, it was so fun to be able to, I don't know, to talk about it, to meet people with the same objectives, with the same challenges that we have, even though we were from totally different countries and different cultures. Mm-hmm. We were faced with the same challenges, and that's the best. And we were able to gather under the same umbrella, under one big umbrella, and able to talk and discuss and have fun at the same time. It was a really friendly environment. That would be the best part of GALA. Part of our differentiator, if you want to say, so hard nowadays to find a differentiator, was to generate content on different Latin American countries. That was a series of posts that we developed, and we were happy to share it through the GALA channels. So that's one thing. Another thing that we have to be grateful for GALA, that allows us to share our content, our initiatives, our work to a broader audience. Smile and talk and start talking. We all learn to speak English. We are not English native speakers. So we are all prone to make mistakes. So don't worry. We all went through that phase. We still go through that phase. We not always use the right terms, or we do not always use the right words, but it's the idea that counts. It's your enthusiasm, your willingness to do business, to meet people, to learn. And if you go with the right attitude, you're always going to find somebody who went through that experience and who is willing to share and to talk and to learn. And don't be afraid. Just talk. You're going to get your message through. And if everything else fails, just smile. It's the universal language. So talk and chat and meet people. Don't be afraid to reach out and meet people. Well, it was one of the first advices that Renato taught me, was that, remember, it was a long time ago when even sharing a glossary was something that no translator would do, because we were very personal, we were very private, and even jealous of our work and our knowledge. And what Renato told me at that time was that I won't be able to deliver or to work on a 1 million word project, that I need colleagues that would have the same experience, the same knowledge, and the same skills to collaborate and to be able to work together in such a big project. So nowadays, I think collaboration and sharing, and it's something that is a given, but not everybody understands that. So I also remember not long ago at another conference that somebody says that the localization industry it's a distinct industry in the sense that we are used to share. It's not that in other industries where they are so secret and they have patents and they have all kind of secret information, that the localization industry is a very open industry. And I think it's because we all go through the same stages and we all have to learn, because at the end of the day, what we want to do is to communicate. And in order to communicate, we have to share the same rules. We have to share the same technologies if you want to. The basics, you have to share it. So that's what I've learned, that you have to be able to share your information in order to grow. That would be my advice. Don't be afraid to share. Everywhere. Another thing is that we live in a global world. So there's so many things happening at the same time. So, and being a translator or being able to read or to post or to learn in different languages, there's so many things happening, so many great people doing things. I don't know, last month with the Paralympic Games, oh my God, things they've done, things they go through, and they don't stop, they keep going. So that they keep growing, they keep doing things that you would think it's impossible or you wouldn't do, but there's always something going on. And people who refuse to give up and keep learning and keep doing things. I think that the worst thing you can do is stop doing or stop learning. I think when you stop learning, you start to grow old. You start aging. So I refuse to do that. Once I said I would do wedding planner, for example, but then I have to deal with, I don't know, brides and grooms with, I don't know, crisis, that. I don't know, I like to organize things. I like to travel also, probably organize travels around. I like to shopping. I would be a personal assistant, a personal shopper. I don't know. I've been in the translation industry for many years. I love doing what I do. I love all the aspects of the localization and translation industry. I've been involved I am involved in different associations. We actually created a new association, Translating in Argentina, to promote the translation services of Argentina to the rest of the world. So instead of competing against each other here in Argentina, we decided to go out and market our services together. So I love doing that. I love organizing conferences. We are organizing our third conference in Latin America. This is going to be online, obviously, because we cannot afford to do it in person, unfortunately. I'm part of a mentoring program for new translators here in Argentina. So there's so many things to do. Being a translator, you have no limits to do whatever you want. It's just, if you love to dance, but then you're not a good dancer, that would be me, for example, but still you can translate about dancing. You can help people communicate about dancing. That's the beauty of the language industry. You can be part of everything. You can be a small part or a big part of everything, or anything you want. So that's my biggest joy of the language industry.